Hey, what's up with y'all? This Lonnie Spiritual. Alright, so in this video, um, I got a pretty important video for y'all today, I ain't gonna lie. Um, well, I feel like this is a pretty important video, but basically the topic of this video is there's no such thing as growing up. Alright, that's the topic, and that's what I want to talk about because I don't believe there's a such thing as growing up. Like, I feel like as we get older, we are so like conditioned and trained to this same dog keep getting out like every other day. The same little dog keep getting out. But yeah, there's no such thing as growing up. All right, so a lot of times most of the time, 100% of the time, really, we train to let go of our child selves and who we were as children. When we get a certain age, oh yeah, that's what I used to do when I was a child. I don't do this no more. That's childish. That's childish. You acting like a kid. Grow up, grow up, grow up. And it's like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I really don't. Like, when you're a child self, that's when, like, your creativity is at its peak, really. And in my honest opinion, I feel like our creativity should only expand as we get older because our mindset is more broader and we experience more things and we learn more things. We understand more things. We've seen a lot of more things in life and just on the planet in general. We might have traveled a little bit and might have got a different perspective on like different places, different parts of the world and stuff like that. And I feel like that all expands our awareness and our creativity. So your creativity can only get enhanced as you get older. It's just that we're trained to let that go because we think being an adult is paying bills and being less emotionally unavailable. A lot of times I hear older people say like their emotions is so cut off and they really don't care about nothing no more and stuff like that, and they're just so nonchalant. And it's like, why I mean, I ain't gonna judge nobody for where they at on their journey, but it's just like I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. Like, I just wouldn't. I don't see myself being like becoming that type of person that just gets a certain age that just like my emotions and stuff just start shutting off. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get old yet, so I don't know if that's like just a natural thing. Like, if you're an older person watching this and you experience that, like, let me know in the comments. Like, is that just a natural thing, or it may just be the older people that I experienced in my life that was like that. I don't know. But I mean, long story short, I'm saying there's no such thing as growing up because literally everybody that, or I say majority of the people that live out their passion and stuff like that and do what they really passionate about, there's an aspect of your inner child in that. Like, we all love to do things as children, and a lot of times that our life's purpose, whether you had like a fun creative childhood and stuff like that, and you channeled that and took it and transformed it into your passion and into your business and stuff like that, and you using that to change the world in your own way, or whether you had a traumatic or not so pleasant childhood and now you learn how to heal your inner child, and now you going around the world and showing other people how to heal from their childhood traumas and stuff like that and things they've been through in life. Either way, your childhood is going to be incorporated in some point in your life. What I'm saying is you need your inner child, okay? You need your inner child to be able to still know how to have fun in life, still know how to be creative in life, and really just follow your heart. So, and a part of like a part of that is like incorporating your inner child. So, and healing your inner child, because a lot of times people didn't have childhoods. Like that, people had to be adults at 10, 11, 12 years old. And, you know, you gotta learn, you gotta heal in order to have a healthy adulthood, stuff like that. So, especially if you want to experience the things you never experienced as a child, how can you do that if, every time you go back to your childhood, like, or you think of doing things as a child, your traumas are popping back up, and now that's causing you to not allow yourself to enjoy that childlike energy or just having fun in general. So it's very important that you want to heal your childhood trauma, your child self. And this is another thing that I believe people have misunderstood and misconstrued about growing up, and just about children in general. Okay, what y'all gotta realize is there's a difference between wisdom and knowledge. Okay, wisdom is gained by you experiencing things in life. Okay, knowledge is obtained by you going and learning something. Okay, like whether you reading a book or you taking a course, that's knowledge. Wisdom is you experiencing something and you came to a realization that, oh, this taught me this, so now I know how to move about it this way. And now I know when I see this next time, I know what this is, and I know how to work through it. That's wisdom. Okay, reading a book is knowledge. All right, so people like go around thinking like, especially like where I'm from, like they really like mistreat kids, like really, and like they don't even know it. Like kids are just these like stupid like people that don't know anything. Like, no, kids are very wise, and they're very intelligent, and they're very creative, and they're very loving. And a lot of times, like, kids go into things without knowing, with just an open heart and just a will to experience and show love and spread love and stuff like that. And it's like an adult will look at that like, or tell a kid like basically just try to shun the kid and disrespect the kid. Like, you don't know nothing, just shut up and be quiet and stay in the child's place. Like, we gotta stop doing that. Like, we gotta stop doing that. Okay, just because a child lacks wisdom, okay, does not mean that you should treat a child like that. Okay, the child is learning and experiencing and developing new things and new skills, and coming to new realizations about the child's environment and about oneself each and every day. So our job is to not try to tell the child to stay in the child's place when he or she is learning something new and expanding their consciousness. Is to be there with them and coach them and walk them through these life lessons. Okay, so they can make the choices that best suit them. That's what I encourage everybody to do. If you have a child or children in your life, just push them towards following their heart and following what they want to do. Because when you tell a child like what they should be based on your perspective, based on your life experiences, and how that child should be, the child is not being themselves. And when you growing up not being yourself, you get older, that turns into people pleasing, and you being what everybody else wants you to be. Now you got people growing up with anxiety and depression, and like, and just want to commit suicide and stuff like that, not want to be here no more because nobody ever told them that their opinion matters, and like their opinion is valid, and how they feel is valid, and who they can be, who they want to be, as long as they stick to it, and like really put the work in, and really love what they do. You know, you can do anything you want. Like, we need to tell our kids that. We need to tell the kids that coming up, because it's just so important when these young kids transition into young adults. You know, so there's a huge difference between knowledge and wisdom. Like a full grown adult can, like not have no knowledge or no wisdom at all. Like, they just walk through life and they don't learn nothing from their experiences. They don't want to learn nothing in school or on their own. They don't want to read no books. They just walking through life thinking that they supposed to get a job, pay these bills, hustle, sell these drugs, and get this money, and that's it. And get rich and throw money around and get drunk and I mean, that's cool if that's what you into, if that's the point in life that you at right now. But I mean, yeah, and a full grown adult can um walk around and not have no knowledge or wisdom, and just because they're at a certain age, like they believe that, that equates to knowledge and wisdom and power, and it does to a certain extent. But if you don't learn nothing from the things you experience, and you got a lot of trauma, and you holding on to that, like, you might as well have not even went through it, because it's like what are you getting from it? Like, you gotta know what to receive from things and what not to receive from things, you know and you gotta know when to give and when not to give. It goes both ways. And I know a lot of adults who will get envious and get jealous of, like, of children, of just because simply of their age, and they have more knowledge. They may have more knowledge than an adult, and it's like they allow them they pride their ego to get in the way, because, oh, this who's this younger person, like, they think they know everything. And adults sometimes allow themselves to get, I guess it's kind of embarrassing to them to have a younger person, like, be teaching you something, and now you gotta try to get disrespectful and play the age card. And it's like chill. Like, why you letting your pride and your ego get in the way? Like, age has nothing to do with it. Like, if you gonna learn something, then learn it. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter who it's from. Whether it's from a homeless person, like be honest. How many of y'all would walk right past a homeless person right now just because he's homeless, and not listen to nothing that he's saying? Either you have done that at some point in your life just because he was homeless, or you see people do that on a daily basis. Okay, and it's like, like, somebody trying to tell you something, and they really sitting here trying to tell you some shit. Like, they not just trying to talk out the side of their mouth. Like, it's clear that they clearly got a message for you, and it's clear that, like spirit, or like the divine got a message for you. But you looking at this person outside of parents, or this person age, and you letting that dictate this person's worth, or the year this person's worth on the inside. It's like, you can't do that. You just can't do it. There's no such thing as growing up. No such thing as growing up. I believe that as we get older, you know, we get more wise and more mature. Yes, we do. That is true. But at the end of the day, there's no age where you should stop learning. There's no age where you should stop having fun. There's no age where you should stop enjoying life, and enjoying yourself and learning more and more about yourself. There's no age where you should stop. Like, people think that growing up starts from when you're born and it stops when you're 18. No. Or it starts when you're 21 or 25. No. Growing up technically never stops. If there was a thing as growing up, I believe in evolution. I believe we should all evolve every day and every day. Whether you're going from 10 years old to 20 years old, whether you're going from 30 years old to 40 years old. If you 30 years old and then you wake up one day and you just 40 years old and you find yourself in the same spot, same place mentally, psychologically, like emotionally and stuff like that, it's like you haven't grown. You might as well identify yourself as that child that you was being disrespectful to because he don't know nothing or she don't know nothing. Like, you 30 years old and you haven't grown in 10 years. Like, that's not good. Like, that means you just been staying stagnant for 10 years. Now that 10 years is gone and you have done nothing with it because of whatever the reason might be. So, you know, and a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it's because we believe that we grow out of things, and we do grow out of things. I'm not gonna lie, we grow out of things, but as far as like who you are on the inside, like, we believe that a lot of those things are become immature, and that we should just do like be done with those things because it's what kids do. It's immature. No, it's who you are, and it's you enjoying yourself. And once you allow yourself to really explore yourself, all parts of yourself, you learn so much. You learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about life. And yeah, just never stop evolving. Just never stop evolving. That's really all it is. Like, as long as you're on Earth, and as long as you wake up with breath in your body, there like you can. There's evolution to be done, and I'm not saying it from a point of like, oh, it's just you got to be putting in work 24/7 and you got to be learning. You got to pay attention. Like, no, like, just chill. All you got to do is observe. Just sit down, chill, and observe, and just flow with life, and you'll be guided to exactly where you need to be. But you got to allow yourself to be yourself and pay attention and grow, and allow yourself to have room to grow. And yeah, don't shun your child self. All right, don't do it, because that's a recipe for a miserable adult life and a very stagnant adult life. Okay, and a very non-creative adult life. So yeah, man, I feel like that's all I got in this video. There's no such thing as growing up. There's only evolution. Okay, and evolution never stops. All right, it's Lonnie Spiritual. I'm gone.